thinking to yourself, I'd love to play on that field someday?
So that's a funny story. So like I said, it's a gathering space, right? So I was probably 8, 9 years old. My cousin's getting married, and they have wedding receptions there. So we're up there, and everyone's dancing, have a good time, and like they had one of the suites open, like where you could just get like desserts or whatever. And I sat down there for like hours, just staring out at the field, like, man, I want to be out there. I want to be there one day. I want to play on this field one day. So, that was probably the earliest memory of me like dreaming about being able to play on that field. Played there on Pop Warner, played there at college. We played against LSU week 1, my sophomore season, and then again as a rookie. So it'll be fun to be able to get back onto that field.
I've been to just about every NFL stadium but that one. What makes it so special?
I mean, I think it's a community place. Like there's not it's faith, family, and football there, and like that's how people eat, live, and breathe. Is all about that organization and that sport. So I think it brings people together. I think they've done a great job of continuing to renovate the place while keeping the history of it alive and well. So I just think they do a lot of things the right way. I think it's going to be a really cool honor to be able to be on that field, especially for Thanksgiving. So I think there's been a lot of memories there for a lot of people growing up in that area.
Are you the most popular guy in the locker room these days, considering you go back to the crib and everybody else?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Tua might still be. I think we got Jonnu over there is playing well, so we can pass that level around the locker room a little bit.
Like in the spirit of the holiday, what are some of the things that you're thankful for, and just being able to also get to play on Thanksgiving night?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I think I'm thankful for being here, being where our feet are, all these opportunities. Thankful for family, and thankful for being able to be adopted and brought into that family that I'm a part of, and being able to have a platform that can advocate for those individuals and those families that might look a little bit different on Thanksgiving this Thursday, but it's all the same, and it's really special for all those folks.
I know you guys are preparing for a Thanksgiving night game, but some of your favorite dishes on the holiday, just kind of, what can you indulge in, even though during football season you guys kind of
Well, I know mac and cheese is big up where I'm from, so you got to get as much cheese and all the cheese curds, all that stuff. So mac and cheese, you got good turkey is always pretty good. So I'm pretty simple with that stuff.
How many tickets are you responsible for?
My dad took a good care of it. Our extended family's all taken care of, but I bet you there's a couple hundred people that are going to be there, all repping Dolphins stuff. I told them no Packers gear, like you can't bring it in. So we got a lot of extra Dolphins fans in the stands for this one.
Playing on that iconic field is one thing, but a Thanksgiving game, and as big of a game as it is for the Dolphins, man, I mean, that's the triple threat right there. That just must be everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's prime time, and you think about growing up, like families all sitting together watching football like that. I lived that, playing in turkey bowls out in the backyard. We played in turkey bowls out in the Titletown district, steps away from the stadium. Like that's where I grew up. That's where family kind of learned the love of the game. So for family and football to kind of be brought together on Thanksgiving night, I mean, it's about as good as it gets.
Alec, I hear that all the teams playing on Thanksgiving are going to have John Madden patches on their jerseys. When you think of John Madden, what comes to mind?
I think about the turducken. I think about him being that voice of football for so long, every big-time game, educating fans, educating families in how to play football. He was fun. He brought energy about him. Obviously a legend in the coaching world. So he did a lot of great things for this game, and I'm glad that we'll be able to continue to remember his legacy. Yep.
Last time, I'm not sure if you heard, but Shaq Barrett came up with retirement. Coolest that the guys won the rights and not be able to have him back here in this locker room.
Yeah, I mean, that would be good to obviously any way that he, is able to help this team. I think it'll be, good for us. I think healthy competition always brings the best out of people. So, hopefully it's all good. Obviously enjoyed him as a teammate while he was here, and wish him the best with his entire retirement and then coming out. You hope the best for all those guys that you walk across and meet along this league. You're always a big fan of the players that you share this locker room with.
Appreciate your fan.
Yep.
Like Michael said, Tua has made significant improvements with his emotional control. I was curious, going into the huddle, do you know of any examples of that in the last couple of years? And is he different this year at all in the huddle?
Oh, he was singing he was singing all game on the sideline. So I think he's got his swagger back in his own way. He's in his own skin. So I think it's just a part of growing up and being in the third year of this offense, being able to play the game within the game. So he's been doing outstanding. I think we'll continue that whole trend. So he's doing a great job.
We know now that all those charges have been dismissed against your star receiver.
That's new information, but it makes sense. Obviously that was, it's such a long time ago now, with all the football stuff and everything else, but going back to that, it was just a crazy moment, really uncalled for, but I'm glad that the charges have been dropped and, hopefully we can move on past that process though, but it's kind of crazy. That's how the season started off, but here we are, grateful for opportunity.
What kind of effect did that whole situation have on the locker room since then?
I think it helped bring us closer together. At the end of the day, we try to build those bonds, as a brotherhood. And Tyreek is, captain, star player, just a great guy. And you always try to have your teammates' backs. That's everything I've always tried to be throughout my whole career, really my whole life. Is have my people's back. So I'm glad I was there for them. But obviously, it's just main thing is just I'm glad that we could put it behind us, and all the charges have been dropped because it didn't make any sense to start with.
Calais, on that day, you jumped into action with Jonnu Smith, and you were briefly detained.
Yes, yeah. Placed the handcuffs and all that. It's crazy, but it's relevant and it matters, and but now it's time. Like for me, my mindset has been just moving forward and trying to put ourselves in position to get back in this fight. We had a very interesting season. It started off with the most interesting way outside of football, but the season's been up and down, and we've had a lot of games I feel like we should have won, but we didn't, underachieved. And in the last few weeks, we've been rolling. We've been playing really good ball. And now we're, a great challenge ahead of us, and got to make sure we're on point.
Elias, after the temperature kind of cooled down from that incident, did you ever have any connection with the officers involved? Did they apologize to you, or was there any dialogue at all or anything?
No, but I don't know if they. I think they might have tried, but it was just like so much going on. So for me, it takes a lot to get ready every week. And so, the time is limited, and so, my mindset is we can deal with it in the offseason, just push it down the road because, football is, while I'm here, it's the most important thing to me other than my family and my religion. So, I got to, just make sure I put everything towards that. And so I think they might have tried to reach out, but I didn't get a chance to talk to them, so.
Calais, you came here to compete for a Super Bowl, and now sort of this 3-game win streak has put you guys in a position. I know you haven't done anything yet, but we're now at the end of this season doing something. What does it mean to you that now there are possibilities for this season that you came here to compete?
Yeah, I think we're in a really good spot. Obviously, football is it's a 4-quarter ball game. Same thing, it's a full season ball game. And so obviously, we've played some really good football the last couple of weeks, but our best is required now. And for us to go where we want to go and get back into this fight, this one is a pretty big one. And it's special. As a kid, I grew up, watching, Thanksgiving football, and imagine playing on Thanksgiving. And, I've played on Thanksgiving before, but it's always special. It's very, very special. And then also we're playing in one of the most historic, stadiums, that's ever been built, the frozen tundra, and so it's gonna be fun, I've always liked those big games where the lights are bright and everybody's paying attention. It's nice to know that probably, all the people I grew up in my hometown in Colorado are probably gonna be watching, all my friends through college and everything else. It's just, these kind of games are special in that way. So, it's motivation to go out there and play really good ball. But really, this team and where we're at right now, we need to win, and we gotta stay hungry. Obviously, the last couple weeks have given us a chance to make these games matter. And these games definitely matter, but those things don't mean anything if we don't get this one. So we just got to keep, the same mentality we've been having, preparing at an elite level, focus, details, and doing what's required for us to win the ball game.
Calais, you have, a long career. I'm sure you've had a lot of cold weather games. Do you give any advice to the guys that haven't had the most success in these kind of temperature games, even though it's not the coldest this team has played with, etc.? Is there any, do you do warmers? What's going through the mindset with the cold, or you kind of just let that slide?
Well, there's, things you can do to give yourself a little bit of advantage, but at the end of the day, it's really just a mindset. It's a mentality. I'm a football player. Rain, sleet, or snow, give me an opportunity to play football, I'm going to go out there and play my game. It's cold for them too, and it's just, but at the end of the day, it's technically football weather, it's temporary. I grew up in Colorado, when you're in Little League football and high school football, you didn't have heaters on the sideline, we have big jackets, you just have to suck it up, and, obviously a lot has changed since then. You're Superman when you're a kid, you can run through a brick wall and nothing happens, now it's obviously a little different, but, we have all the things we need for us to go out there and be successful. That definitely won't be an excuse, and we just have to have the right mindset, but, I think we're in a place in our season where, we should be locked in and have the mental toughness to go out here and win a ball game.
And, someone that has a lot of routine and you're preparing for a game, knowing that it's a short week for both teams, there's different preparation for you to get ready for Thursday night game, knowing you guys coming off a short rest?
Well, the short weeks are always a different preparation. You just don't have as much time, but I'm doing what I normally do on a short week, a normal Thursday. You really can't, you got to just make the best of it. There's not much more you can do. But in my experience, so I've done enough, and I was able to go out there and play well on Thursdays. Hopefully I got one more in me. We'll see.
Kind of being here for a while, FIU, whatnot. I'm sure you don't love the cold weather. Talk about going to Green Bay and having to face those elements.
Yeah, man. I've been played in a lot of cool games in my career. I don't think it'll be a challenge for us. It's just something that something that we'll continue to check off, and we'll prepare. We'll prepare to go and win like we've been winning these past couple of weeks. Just not allowing weather to be a factor, and just play our best ball. We'll be all right.
Jonnu, you were on the scene that day with Tyreek Ross from Channel 10. What's your reaction that everything's been dropped against him?
It's definitely good to see some justice being done. And, I know eventually, it'll run its course and, things will go the way that they should. So I was glad to see that, just the system and everything is going in the right direction, because a lot of times, man, you see things like this go the other way. So definitely a step in the right direction.
Jonnu, I know you guys have to be hyper-focused in this game, but is there something special about playing on Thanksgiving Day that kind of comes out in your motivation?
Yeah, absolutely, man. As a kid, that's something that you always, dreamed of. Growing up, eating on Thanksgiving Day, watching, some of the best games come on, and you eating some turkey while it's going on. You know what I mean? So to be a part of it, to be on the entertaining side of it, you know what I mean? That's a cool deal right there.
I know you're a family guy, so how do you kind of balance everything when you got such an important game and you get your family wanting to celebrate?
Yeah, man. I'm just hopefully, man. We go out here, we do what we got to do, so I can come back home and grub. That's what I'm looking forward to. Come back home, eating with my family.
Can you put it to words? This is the best football. Looks like the most fun you've had in your career. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but how have the last few games come together for you, do you think?
Man, things, I'm just trying to continue to put the work in, continue to just believe and trust in the abilities I've been blessed with, continue to help this team the best way I can, continue to strive for greatness. And, I didn't move the needle, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's a lot more meat on the bone, and I'm just trying to continue to stack wins. More, obviously having a great performance can help lead wins, you know what I mean? But the most important thing is stacking those wins. So it comes with each individual player being their best, and that's just what I'm trying to do week in and week out.
Last one for me, I haven't had a chance to talk to you about that, but that special moment with you just randomly throwing the ball in your son. Did that kind of, in your head, to me, that just seems like divine intervention, like that was proof that everything is going the way it should be for you.
Proof for God's existence, man. That was no... that wasn't no coincidence. You know what I mean? It was certainly meant to be. A moment that me and my family will cherish forever. You know what I mean? Like, just the unreal circumstance that just literally, man, like I said, it was just a God-given moment. I'm grateful for it. My son's grateful for it. Like, my entire family. Like, we can't stop thinking about it, talking about it. It'll be a core memory for us forever.
This gives me makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Thanks so much, man.
No doubt, my guy.
Hey, let me ask you this on this topic. Playing in cold weather, I know you've done it a lot. What is the key? What is the secret to it, if there is a secret? Is it mental? What is it?
Ain't too much secret to it. It's all, mental. Really ain't nothing too much to it. You just got to go out there and play. And by that first snap in the first series, you pretty acclimated to the cold. Yeah.
All right, Isaiah, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Great to see you
Is there
again,
anything that you guys, that they would do at practice this week to help the team mentally prepare for colder confines?
I'm not too sure. That's like a Coach McDaniel question on that one.
No, just in your history of being a football player. You know what I mean? Like, is there anything you can do to prepare for the shot?
No, not as much as just being out there. So if you don't have that like actual environment, it's kind of hard to simulate it. You know what I'm saying?
Does the adrenaline usually take over
For
in those
sure,
circumstances?
for sure.
Like, tell me about like when you're in an atmosphere like that, like how that alters. The temperature doesn't matter.
Yeah. A lot of things don't matter. When you in that type of atmosphere and you get going and all that, it's kind of second nature.
Isaiah, what's it been like being on the sidelines for so long? It must be tough.
Not too much tough. It gave me an opportunity to help out the team, and then also on my behalf, like learn more stuff about the offense and learn my responsibility and what I have to do to help this team. So it's been good.
And how's it feel to be getting back in the swing of things?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome for sure.
What do you think about the way the offensive line has performed this year?
Oh, they've been playing great. So we're looking forward to just continuing that.
I don't know if they addressed it, but what's the road been back for you? What's it been like?
Just as any injury, mentally and physically, just staying active and staying prepared for anything to come up.
What do you think that you could add to this team at this point in the season?
At this point, these guys are playing the asses off, so I guess energy at this point, yeah, for sure.
What's this experience like for you? Obviously, you've been a starter in this league before, but now having to fill in at this pivotal point for this team at this critical stretch.
Yeah, just playing football, just doing your job. My mom always told me when I was a little boy, just do your job. If you got to do chores and stuff like that, just do it, and I'm gonna do it at the best of my ability.
How much do you feel like you still have plenty to prove in this league based on what happened to you this season?
Yeah, I'm 26 years old, man. I know rookies that's 25. So year 6, 26 years old, got like 30 starts under my belt. I'm fine. I'm not tripping about nothing. Whatever God has in front of me, He has in front of me. And I just take it with that.
How did you react in that moment when Walker goes down and now you're up?
React in any moment, next man up. Gotta go do my job.
When you look at what Green Bay's been able to do with Josh Jacobs in that run game of the past month or so, like, what are they bringing to the field?
Yeah, they're nasty up front. Josh is a good friend of mine. He's a downhill back. He can catch the ball at the backfield. They bring different runs at you, if it's gap scheme, if it's zones. You just gotta be ready for everything, and you gotta strap on your big boy pass.
So when you say friendship, does that mean that you don't talk smack?
Nah, I don't talk smack, man. Nah, I guess no negative connotation from me.
This team in the past has had its struggles in cold weather. You obviously have a lot of experience doing that. So what can you kind of impart, if anything, to everybody?
You just got to go do your job. And no matter if it's cold, snowing, it don't matter. You just got to go do your job. When you sign that contract, you got to do a job. So, I just got to go do your job.
Tyrel, did you realize how cool the one-handed interception looked before you saw the replay?
No, I didn't. I just saw the ball up, and when those opportunities come, you gotta make the most of them. So I'm happy I got to help this team out. Came out with a big win.
Did you get a critique from Odell Beckham Jr. about that one-handed catch?
No, I didn't. I was looking forward to it, but no, I didn't. I was just I'm happy, the outcome, but that doesn't mean nothing right now. We gotta go stack this win on Thanksgiving, and come out with a win.
When Buffalo played Green Bay a few years ago, was that in Buffalo or was that at Lambeau?
I think that was in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
So Is there any, like, I'm just curious, when you walk into a stadium like Lambeau, like, do you allow yourself any time to just say, like, wow, this is Lambeau Field, or is it all business, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, every player knows in this league you have to respect the game. So respecting the game is respecting Lambeau Field. Everyone knows what Lambeau Field comes with and what it's all about. So you have to kind of honor that in a sense. So I am looking forward because I think it's my first time playing there. All the history that's happened there, all the big time games, and it's cool when you get to go experience another stadium because that means there's longevity. You know what I'm saying? You experience stuff in the league. So I'm excited to go there and play.